The Book of Hosea shows God's unstoppable love for a broken people. I invite you to join me on this epic journey. A journey that begins with a moment so intense that you can feel the very presence of the divine. As we stand together at the threshold of mystery and grace, I recall that unforgettable moment when I first encountered the raw power of God's love. It was as if the heavens themselves had opened up, and in that fleeting second, every fear and every doubt melted away into pure, unadulterated hope. You see, my friends, the Bible and the teachings of the Lord have a unique way of reaching into our souls and stirring emotions that are both ancient and profoundly relevant to our modern lives. I remember sitting alone under a vast starry sky, feeling the weight of my own brokenness, when suddenly I felt a stirring, a gentle whisper that spoke of love so unstoppable it could mend even the most shattered heart. It was in that sacred moment that I realized, with all the clarity of divine revelation, that we are never truly abandoned. The Book of Hosea, with its poetic narrative and powerful symbolism, illustrates a truth that resonates deeply with us all, no matter how broken we may feel. God's love remains steadfast, unyielding, and boundless. As I speak to you now, I want you to feel that same warmth and certainty, that even in your darkest hours, the teachings of the Lord promise renewal, redemption, and a transformative light that can illuminate the deepest corners of your soul. Throughout the pages of Hosea, we encounter a story that is as raw and honest as it is beautiful, a story of betrayal, heartache, and ultimately, the healing embrace of a loving God. In this narrative, we see a divine love that does not waver in the face of human frailty. Instead, it challenges us to look past our mistakes and see ourselves through the eyes of our Creator, who views every tear and every broken promise as an opportunity for rebirth and growth. I ask you, have you ever wondered what it truly means to be loved without conditions? To be seen despite your imperfections? And to be embraced by a love that transcends every earthly limitation? In these moments of introspection, we are invited to reflect on our own journeys, our struggles, and our moments of despair, and to recognize that even in our brokenness, we are cherished by a power far greater than ourselves. I want to share with you some of the most stirring passages from Hosea. Not just as a scholar of the Bible but as someone who has experienced the transformative power of the teachings of the Lord firsthand. When we read about the prophet Hosea's personal anguish, his struggles with a people who had lost their way, and his unwavering commitment to proclaim God's message of hope, we are reminded that our pain is not the end of our story. Instead, it is the beginning of a journey toward healing. We are called to embrace our brokenness and to allow the light of God's love to fill every crevice of our lives. Have you ever considered that your most vulnerable moments might also be the gateway to your greatest transformation? I believe that within each of us lies the potential to rise above our circumstances and to witness the miraculous unfolding of God's plan. As we journey deeper into this exploration, I cannot help but marvel at the interplay between human frailty and divine grace. The Bible, with its timeless narrative and profound insights, teaches us that every trial we face, every moment of despair, is an invitation to lean into the teachings of the Lord and discover the resilience of the human spirit. When we look at the story of Hosea, we see a mirror reflecting our own struggles, a reminder that even when we stray from the path, God's love never abandons us. We are reminded that every tear shed, every scar borne, is part of a larger tapestry woven by a divine hand. In your moments of solitude and quiet reflection, ask yourself, what is it that my heart truly longs for? And know that the answer is always found in the embrace of God's endless mercy. I vividly recall an experience during a pilgrimage to a remote and sacred location, a place where the whispers of ancient prophets seem to linger in the air, and where the teachings of the Lord are felt in every stone and every breath of wind. There, standing before a centuries-old altar, I was overwhelmed by a sense of unity with the divine. I felt as if I were not just a visitor, but a part of an ongoing conversation that spanned millennia. In that sacred space, I understood that our journey is not solitary. We are all connected by a thread of divine love that binds us together. It is in these moments of clarity that I urge you to seek out your own sacred spaces, to listen for the gentle call of the Bible and the teachings of the Lord, and to allow your heart to be transformed by the miracles that surround you. In the Book of Hosea, we encounter powerful symbols that speak to the essence of God's unstoppable love. The imagery of a faithful love that endures even in the face of relentless betrayal challenges us to reconsider our definitions of loyalty and forgiveness. We are shown that true love is not contingent on perfection, but is rather a steadfast commitment to hold on even when the world around us seems to crumble. I ask you, when was the last time you experienced a love that did not falter? A love that was willing to go beyond the superficial to reach the very core of your being? The teachings of the Lord remind us that love is an active, living force, one that has the power to mend broken hearts and to rebuild shattered dreams. This is not merely an abstract ideal, but a practical guide for living a life filled with purpose, compassion, and an unyielding faith. We often encounter moments when life seems to be an endless series of challenges, when the weight of our burdens makes it hard to breathe. Yet, in the midst of our struggles, the Bible offers us a roadmap to renewal, a promise that even in our lowest moments, there is hope. The narrative of Hosea teaches us that every act of rebellion, every deviation from the path of righteousness, is met with a divine grace that invites us to return to the light. It is a reminder that our imperfections are not marks of shame but stepping stones on the journey toward a deeper, more profound understanding of God's love. As you listen to this message, I encourage you to ponder on the significance of forgiveness in your own life, to ask yourself how you can extend that same grace to others and to yourself. In the moments when the world seems to be collapsing around us, when the chaos of life threatens to overwhelm our spirit, the teachings of the Lord provide a beacon of light that guides us back to our true selves. I have witnessed firsthand the transformative power of embracing these divine principles. When we allow ourselves to be vulnerable and to confront the pain of our past, we open the door to healing and rebirth. The Book of Hosea is not merely a historical account. It is a living testament to the resilience of the human heart and to the boundless mercy of our Creator. It is a call to action for all of us, to rise above our limitations, to embrace the beauty of our imperfections, and to trust that even in our brokenness, we are capable of experiencing miracles. I remember a particular moment when I was overwhelmed by the trials of life, feeling as though I had reached the end of my tether. In that moment of despair, I turned to the Bible, seeking solace in the familiar verses that had comforted me in the past. And there, in the midst of my sorrow, I discovered a renewed sense of purpose. The words of Hosea echoed in my heart, reminding me that no matter how far I had strayed, God's love was always there, waiting to envelop me in its healing embrace. It was a profound reminder that our journeys are not defined by our failures, but by the courage we summon to rise again. I invite you to reflect on your own experiences, those moments when you felt utterly alone, and to consider how the promise of divine love might transform your life. As we continue to explore the depths of this timeless narrative, I want you to imagine a scenario where every challenge you face is met with the same unwavering love that Hosea experienced. Picture a life where each setback is not a cause for despair, but a stepping stone toward greater understanding and connection with the teachings of the Lord. In this vision, our struggles are transformed into opportunities for growth, and our scars become symbols of resilience. The Bible teaches us that true strength is not measured by the absence of hardship, but by the grace with which we overcome it. I challenge you to embrace this perspective, to see every trial as a chance to deepen your faith and to unlock the transformative power that lies within you. In my own journey, I have come to understand that the path to enlightenment is rarely straightforward. There are moments when doubt creeps in, when the darkness seems impenetrable and hope appears to be a distant memory. Yet, it is precisely during these moments that the teachings of the Lord shine brightest. The Book of Hosea reminds us that even when we feel lost, We are never truly abandoned. God's love is like an unyielding force that moves through us, guiding us toward a future filled with promise and light. I want you to know that your struggles, your pain, and your imperfections are all part of a larger tapestry, one that is woven with threads of divine grace, compassion, and endless possibility. As we journey together through this exploration of divine love and human frailty, I encourage you to take a moment to breathe deeply and to feel the connection that unites us all. In every heartbeat, in every whispered prayer, there is the undeniable presence of a love that refuses to let go. The Bible is filled with stories of miraculous encounters, of lives transformed by the teachings of the Lord, and of broken people who were made whole by a love that never wavered. Have you ever experienced a moment so profound that it changed the course of your life? I believe that these moments are not mere coincidences, but rather the hand of God at work in our lives, guiding us toward a destiny filled with hope and redemption. It is in the spirit of this divine mystery that I share with you one of the most incredible experiences of my life, a moment that I can only describe as miraculous. I was visiting a remote, ancient site, a place shrouded in legend and revered by those who seek a deeper connection with the teachings of the Lord. As I walked along the worn paths, surrounded by the echoes of centuries past, I felt an overwhelming sense of peace and belonging. In that sacred space, I encountered a weathered inscription on a stone wall, a message of love and forgiveness that had been carved by unknown hands long ago. The words resonated with the same unwavering promise found in the Book of Hosea, and in that instant, I felt a surge of divine energy flowing through me. I realized that this was not a random act of history, but a deliberate reminder that God's love is ever present, reaching out to every broken soul in search of redemption. I want you to carry this thought in your heart as you navigate your own path, that no matter where you are or what you have endured, you are embraced by a love that is unstoppable and eternal. Throughout our time together, we have reflected on the powerful lessons embedded within the Bible and the teachings of the Lord. We have seen that the story of Hosea is more than a narrative of loss and betrayal. It is a testament to the enduring nature of divine love. When we allow ourselves to be vulnerable and honest about our imperfections, we create space for the miracles of healing and renewal to take root in our lives. I urge you to let go of any lingering doubts, to open your heart to the possibility of transformation, and to trust that every step you take is guided by a wisdom that is far greater than our own. In a world that often seems chaotic and unyielding, remember that the promise of the Bible and the teachings of the Lord are steadfast anchors in the storm. As our journey unfolds, we find ourselves at a crossroads where the challenges of life meet the transformative power of faith. There are moments when the weight of our past feels unbearable, when the scars of yesterday threaten to dim the light of tomorrow. Yet, within the pages of Hosea, we are given a powerful reminder that our brokenness is not a curse, but a catalyst for the miraculous work of divine love. I ask you to consider for a moment how your own struggles have shaped you, how each hardship has, in some way, prepared you for the boundless grace that awaits. The Bible teaches us that every wound has the potential to be healed. Every tear can give rise to a fountain of hope. It is in our most vulnerable states that we are most open to receiving the teachings of the Lord and the life-changing truth that we are forever cherished. In the midst of our modern lives, where distractions abound and the noise of the world can often drown out the still, small voice of the divine, it is essential that we make time for reflection and prayer. I encourage you to carve out moments of solitude, to immerse yourself in the sacred words of the Bible, and to allow the teachings of the Lord to permeate every aspect of your being. Whether you are seeking guidance in times of uncertainty or simply longing for a deeper connection with your inner self, remember that the journey toward enlightenment is a continuous one. With every prayer, every act of kindness, and every sincere moment of reflection, you are contributing to a larger tapestry of hope and transformation. And as we walk this path together, we become living testaments to the power of a love that is both unstoppable and all-encompassing. I often find myself pondering the mysteries of faith and the intricate ways in which the Bible speaks to us through parables, prophecies, and profound acts of divine intervention. There are countless stories in the teachings of the Lord that echo the message of Hosea, a message that reassures us that no matter how far we stray or how deep our wounds, God's love is always within reach. It is a love that challenges us to look beyond the surface, to dig deeper into the recesses of our souls, and to embrace the truth that we are never truly lost. As you listen to these words, I invite you to reflect on the beauty of this eternal promise, that every broken piece of our past is an opportunity for divine restoration, that every moment of despair is the precursor to an experience of unimaginable grace. Now, as we approach what feels like the climax of our shared journey, I want to leave you with a powerful thought, a thought that has the potential to transform the very core of your being. Imagine a life where every challenge is met with an unwavering faith, where every setback is seen as a chance to experience the boundless mercy of the Bible and the teachings of the Lord. In such a life, our struggles are not obstacles but stepping stones toward a future filled with hope, resilience, and divine purpose. I ask you, have you ever allowed yourself to truly believe that you are worthy of this miraculous love? Have you ever dared to dream of a life where your brokenness is not a mark of shame, but a testament to the strength of a love that is unstoppable? I believe that when we open ourselves to this possibility, we unlock a power within us that is capable of creating change not only in our own lives but in the lives of everyone we touch. Throughout this incredible journey, we have seen that the Book of Hosea is more than a collection of ancient verses. It is a living, breathing reminder that God's love is relentless and all-encompassing. It calls us to rise above our imperfections, to seek out the divine guidance offered by the Bible, and to embrace the teachings of the Lord with every fiber of our being. I want you to remember that in every moment of doubt, in every time you feel overwhelmed by the weight of the world, there is a promise waiting to be fulfilled, a promise that you are never alone, that you are always cradled in the loving arms of a Creator who desires nothing more than to see you flourish. As our conversation draws to a close, I encourage you to carry this message with you in your heart. Let it be a source of comfort in times of uncertainty, a beacon of hope when darkness looms, and a reminder that you are forever cherished by a love that knows no bounds. I want you to leave with the understanding that every step you take, every challenge you overcome, and every moment of vulnerability is a testament to the extraordinary power of faith. Embrace your journey, trust in the miracles that the Bible and the teachings of the Lord reveal, and know that, together, we are a testament to a love that is truly unstoppable. In this grand narrative of life, where every story is interwoven with threads of both suffering and triumph, we find our strength in the promise of divine redemption. The Book of Hosea, with its evocative imagery and heartfelt plea for reconciliation, stands as a beacon for every soul that has ever felt broken or unworthy. I speak to you not as a distant scholar, but as someone who has walked the same rocky path, who has battled inner demons, and who has emerged on the other side bathed in the radiant light of God's mercy. I want you to know that the challenges you face are not the end of your story. They are simply the prelude to a transformation that is as profound as it is liberating. Now, as I wrap up this narrative, I leave you with a final question. What will you do with the gift of this unstoppable love? Will you allow it to mend the fractures of your past and ignite a fire of hope within you? The answer, my friends, lies in your willingness to embrace every moment, to trust in the teachings of the Lord, and to let the Bible guide you on your path toward redemption. Our journey together has been one of discovery, reflection, and above all, an unwavering belief that even the most broken among us can find healing in the divine embrace of God. I hope that as you move forward, you will carry the lessons of Hosea close to your heart, letting them inspire you to live a life filled with purpose, compassion, and an unshakable faith in the promise of everlasting love. Remember, every tear you shed is a testament to your strength, and every scar you bear is a symbol of the divine healing that is always within reach. Let the Bible be your constant companion and the teachings of the Lord your guiding light. As you embark on this remarkable journey of transformation, and in those moments when you feel lost, recall the miraculous encounters we have shared today, moments when the divine broke through the veil of our ordinary lives, reminding us that we are never truly alone. I leave you now with a heart full of gratitude for the opportunity to share this incredible message, a message that is as timeless as it is urgent, as personal as it is universal. As you continue on your path, may you find the courage to confront your own doubts, the strength to overcome your fears, and the wisdom to see that God's unstoppable love is the greatest gift of all. Let this be the beginning of a new chapter in your life, one where every setback is met with a resilient spirit and every challenge is transformed into an opportunity to experience the miracles promised by the Bible and the teachings of the Lord. In closing, I invite you to reflect on the beauty of this divine journey, a journey that has taken us from the depths of despair to the heights of spiritual revelation. I ask you to hold this truth in your heart, that you are cherished beyond measure, that you are never too broken to be healed, and that every moment is a chance to rediscover the radiant, unstoppable love of God. May this message inspire you to seek out the sacred, to embrace the wisdom of the Bible, and to let the teachings of the Lord transform your life in ways you never thought possible. Thank you for joining me on this awe-inspiring expedition of faith and self-discovery. I hope that together we have ignited a spark that will light the way for you through the darkest nights and lead you to a future filled with hope, joy, and the everlasting promise of divine grace. Now, go forth with courage, embrace your imperfections, and let the unstoppable love of God guide you to a life of true fulfillment and boundless wonder.